These vlogs come under category being civilized and subcategory sanitation and waste management workers under 8-point education. It has been way past over 6 months since we are in quarantine, binging our favorite shows, making the trending dalgona coffee, exploring our talents and hobbies. Masks and sanitizers have become the new normal of our lives as COVID-19 has taken over the world. However, there are a lot of people out there who are putting their lives on the line, doing their jobs for our safety and security while we sit at home within our bubble of privilege. Doctors, nurses, delivery executives, police are all essential workers. But one occupation that goes extremely undervalued and underappreciated of all is waste management and sanitation. Imagine your life without these rag pickers and waste management workers. How different it will be. If you fail to understand the difference, then you will realize the importance of this occupation that holds in your life. All the waste would pile up in your area with no effective system in your place. Now, the reason that you do not go through this is because of these workers. They never stop doing their jobs. In an interview with an unidentified sanitation worker, he said, "The fear of contracting the virus never leaves the mind. But work is work. It has to be done." Masks and gloves have become something that we cannot avoid or reuse in order to protect ourselves from this novel virus. Such masks and gloves are getting thrown in abundance. According to some reports, 126 million face masks and 60 million plastic gloves are disposed every month as we are dealing with COVID-19. The question here is, can we reuse these plastic masks and gloves and prevent excessive waste? Many experts in this relevant field have claimed that doing so might prove extremely dangerous and a waste of resources. These masks and gloves have to be treated as a hazardous waste because they can become a way of transmission of this virus on their process of recycling. However, there is a solution to this. What could be done is using a reusable fabric, that is, washable masks and gloves. Several experts have insisted on using reusable and washable masks for regular purposes because it can be washed, it is biodegradable, and it is reusable. Some countries like Britain even went on to produce masks made of wood fibers that are completely biodegradable and environment friendly. If this technique is inherited, there will be a huge decrease in the waste, hence there is a less threat to these waste management workers. Majority of these workers belong to an informal sector. We all know they lack proper knowledge and awareness of this virus. Without proper precaution, they become a threat to their own families and everyone who comes in contact with them, which brings us to our next problem. Lack of awareness among people about COVID-19 is a major flaw that we need to fight. Unless people don't take proper precautions, we cannot take over COVID. Making the workers aware of the threats and precautions of the virus must be of utmost importance. Several organizations, namely UNIDO and Blue Planet, in collaboration with local municipal parties, have organized awareness sessions to educate people about the virus and guidelines to deal with waste moving forward with COVID-19. However, there is a majority of informal waste managers who are unenlightened about these precautions and threats, but it is a step we have to continue. It would be naive to think that these workers have their own PPE kit, which is also called as proper personal protective equipment, and they do not even have the access to such information. These workers deal with all sorts of waste like biomedical waste, industrial waste. During a pandemic, dealing with such kind of waste is highly dangerous and life-threatening. But the workers do their job without any PPE. There is no system in place to dispose this waste in an organized manner so that it does not combine with our food or organic waste, and there needs to be one. According to guidelines published by WHO, infected used masks and gloves should be disposed in a large line garbage bins, and these bins should be segregated, transported, and disposed of separately with hazardous waste so as there is minimum human contact. Discarding masks carelessly anywhere will go on to infect several other people who come in contact with it. Therefore, the responsibility lies upon every person while handling waste. In addition to that, some experts have suggested that a community-led decentralized waste management system during these times locally dealt waste would immensely reduce the threat to garbage pickers. It would also reduce the cost of transportation and incite a sense of responsibility within the community regarding their waste. Several organizations have come up to support these waste pickers in this pandemic. For example, an organization called Hasiru Dala in Bengaluru has been working tirelessly to provide ration and hygiene kits to waste pickers. Another organization named with Bengaluru in collaboration with Hasiru Dala provided dry food material sufficient for a family of four for a month in these communities. As of 3rd June, Hasiru Dala is distributing approximately 46,000 ration kits and 4,900 hygiene kits for children and pregnant mothers. These are the stories that needs to be told as we go forward, and hope that more people, organizations along with the government come forward to help these underprivileged workers. It's clear that the work of waste management is very important. Sanitation and waste managers should be given a title of essential worker or key worker. While doctors and nurses are fighting with the virus inside hospitals, waste managers are dealing with the virus outside the same walls. Similar protection should be given to them by the government and the NGOs. Lastly, we must appreciate these workers and the work they do for us. Acknowledging and appreciating can go a long way. So, the next time you applaud for doctors and nurses in this pandemic, make sure to give a standing ovation to these waste management and sanitation workers as well. If you like this video and how the Commando app is helping the youth to connect with social issues, then join us in this world of social activism. Download the app now. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe.